Hi friends. In today's video, we're just going to spend a slowish morning together where I share a reading update, some slow living tools I'm leaning onto, and a little bit more. Enjoy!
Hello my friends, I just wanted to give you a quick skincare update. As you can see, I didn't put on any makeup or anything like that except for on my eyebrows. I am on day 6 of my chemical peel, so as you can see, my skin looks pretty good. I don't think it's 100%. Of course, I need to continuously go back month after month for, I think she said 4 to 6 sessions, but this was session number 1 and I had a little bit of peeling, like the most minimal amount of actual peeling. I think mostly the biggest side effect was itching. I was itching like crazy all over my face and down my neck. I did have like I had like redness and blotchiness for the first 3 or so days. I did have a couple of purge breakouts, so some pimples like emerged, and I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, day 6 looks pretty even. I think that's like the biggest takeaway I'm noticing so far. It looks pretty even, and I think it takes about 7 to 14 days to fully heal, so we'll see in future videos how that ends up looking, but I'm pretty confident. All of those products, by the way, that you saw, at least the ones that are in like these little white tubes, I got them from my doctor/dermatologist, so I'm just going to continue using them for up until like the 7th day, and then I'll go into a new regime that my dermatologist recommended for me, which is essentially similar to what I was doing before, but just like a lot less. She told me that I was using way too much products, but anyway, we'll talk about that in the future. Let's go get some breakfast and get this day started.
Do you know what I just realized? Every time I do an intro and like I do the whole skincare thing, I start talking to y'all and I do not have my glasses on, and I don't know why I don't put my glasses on, but it's just the most randomest thing that I noticed. As you saw, I'm still doing the whole 40 ounces of hydration. I don't know if I'm noticing a huge difference when it comes to like 40 ounces as opposed to something smaller, at least when I add the moon juiced, what is it called? Mini dew into it. All I notice is that obviously it's a lot more water and the flavor is less concentrated when I do it this way, but I might stop doing it this way because it's not really practical to be bringing around a giant carafe, say on the weekend when I have to like be out and about, unless I get a water bottle, but I don't really want to get another water bottle. Maybe I will, I don't know. But anyway, I haven't been noticing a huge difference when it comes to having this in the smaller suggested amount than in the larger water amount, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made any sense at all or if you cared, but it does taste good. I am hydrated, and I feel like I struggle with hydration when it's like cold seasons. During the summertime, I definitely don't have that issue, but in the winter, sometimes I just won't drink any water because it makes me cold. Anyway, I wanted to share a quick reading update right before I actually start reading this for the morning. I am almost halfway finished, y'all. I'm almost halfway finished with the Goldfinch. I am so proud of myself for even making it that far, and I am determined to finishing it. The only thing is that I'm in a period in this book right now that is very slow for me and not as interesting as it was in the beginning of the book. In the beginning of the book, it takes place in a setting that I really, really appreciate and am familiar with, and I feel comfort reading about, if that makes sense. And now I'm in a section of the book where it is so unknown, and it is so, I don't know, kind of like underlyingly disturbing in a way. It just makes me feel a little bit weird, but yeah, it's probably why it's taking me so long to get through this particular section, and I can't wait to get out of this section. I hope we get out of this section and we don't just remain in the area that we're in right now, because ooh, it's gonna take me a while to finish this, and I really want to finish it. The person that I was reading it with, I'm pretty sure she's like done at this point. Anyway, I am going to actually read for 10 minutes. Like seriously, I've been sticking to this and it has been great. Sometimes I pick it up in the evening and read a little bit more, which is double great because I am really trying to focus on hobbies this year, so that has been going well so far when it comes to goals. Remember everything I was just saying about this book? Oh my gosh, I swear every time there's a little bit of a dip, something new happens and it comes at you so intensely. So now I'm back into it. I take back everything I said, but I also have a meeting like right now. I'm in the middle of a conference week, so this was probably a bad week to do any sort of vlogging, but I'm going to run to that meeting because it's happening like as we speak. All right, meeting is done. Now I can get some coffee. I think the last time I did a vlog, I was on my toasted marshmallow latte kick, but I have gone back to doing drip coffee, at least for the time being, because and you can probably see it, hold on, I'm just heating up the water in the corner over there. You could probably see it, but I got this right after Christmas time. It's a pour over. I don't know if I'm pretty sure it happened when I was doing another vlog, but my initial pour over broke, and so I needed to get another one. And this is the cutest pour over I have ever seen in my entire life. The seller actually had it out of stock, and I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I'm just obsessed with this design. I see it's out of stock. Are you gonna make another one in the future? And they restocked it immediately. They were like, you know what? I have one more. Here you go. They shipped it out immediately. Oh my gosh, I love everything about this pour over. So, needless to say, I'm going to be making drip coffee. I am going to have it in this mug. Another story about this mug. I had it on, or another story in general. I had this mug on my wish list for work because there's like a price limit when you're doing Secret Santas for work and stuff. And then I went to Barnes & Noble after the holidays because I didn't get it off of my Secret Santa thing. And I saw it in the Barnes & Noble, and it was 50% off. So I couldn't not leave without it. It was 50% off. It was like $7. So I picked that up as well. And there we have it. We have the cutest little duo that I have been taking far too many photos of on social. But I love it so much. And thank goodness that I have this still from my initial pour over, and it fits into it perfectly. So I didn't have to buy one of those, and I don't have to buy ones that are not reusable. I love that it's reusable. All right, you know the drill. You just wet the grounds a little bit and wait a few seconds. I think it's supposed to be 30 seconds, but I wait more like 10, 15 seconds. And then we proceed to pour over. By the way, at the bottom of my mug, I already put a little bit of creamer in there. I'm using the Silk Vanilla Creamer. And it's not really my go-to. I think it's a little bit too sweet for me, but I couldn't find any like fun seasonal ones when I went to the grocery. So I just went with it. Ian likes that one, so I compromised. Okay, this should be done. And then, you know, I have to stir with my spooky stirring spoon. I think I got this from Lively Ghosts. I think that's the name of the shop, by the way. All right, let's take this mug over by the kitchen table, and I'll share some productivity stuff that I've been doing lately. Not bad. It is a little sweet, but not bad. Okay, so I wanted to share a couple of things about like my productivity tools. I know I did a whole Instagram and TikTok post about it, but I know a lot of you also don't check those platforms as frequently, so I'm just going to quickly show you the things that I have been using. First off, I have this little things bag, and you have seen this bag so many times before because I've used it for so many different things. I initially got it for like my Nintendo Switch to put all of my Switch stuff and accessories, but now I kind of use it for little things. For example, I have my planner in here, which actually fits perfectly because it's a little smaller than a typical bullet journal size. I think this is A5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And this planner is a standard planner. It's got like the calendar with, you know, space to write and stuff like that. Nothing too special or snazzy, only because that's what works for me. So I have that in there. I also have my very, very old ancient Kindle. I'm pretty sure I got this Kindle in 2015 and I think it's charged, but yeah, I just have that in there just in case. I haven't read anything on there recently, but you never know. I have some stickers, which I'm hoping to use this year. These are self-management stickers. I found them at McNally Jackson's back when I got my planner. It has like a list of numbers, I'm assuming the days of the month, and then like a little checkbox, and then whatever you want to put next to it. There's space to write that down. Then there are habit tracker stickers there. I've never had those before, and I feel like those are super useful, especially with like not having to write them fully out if I wanted to do that and add it to my planner. So there's that. I have some transparent sticky notes. These are always super, super helpful to have. And then I just have these monthly stickers. They're also sticky notes, but as you can see, it has like Monday to Sunday. So if I wanted to like lay this out somewhere specific in my planner that isn't the usual monthly stuff that I have going on in there, I can use these. And then I just have one pen, one highlighter. I think this highlighter is brown, and this is like a stylus that I've had for 10 plus years. It's double-sided, so this side I think is more precision based, and this side is just for like regular touching. I only have it in this bag thing because I sometimes use it on my phone if I'm trying to edit something really particular on my small screened phone. So I just have that there. And then the last two things I have are a couple of stickers. I just have one from Chip City and Glossier, and then the last thing is a little Fields notebook. This one in particular has memorable meals in it, and so I just write down recipes that I have either made or I have experienced while out like at a restaurant and stuff like that, my reiteration of it, and then I just keep it in here. So if I ever want to remake one of those memorable meals, I have it here at the tip of my finger. Is that what people say? I don't know. Anyway, that is all that I have in this little things packet. And on the daily, I don't use all of these things. On the daily, I mostly use just like my pen, my highlighter, and my planner. But it's nice to have everything all in one place, and I can just throw this into a bag if I'm heading out or something like that, because these are all the things that I feel like would be useful if I did need to head out somewhere. Say for example, I did like a weekly reset with Ian, like we went through our planner and kind of just went through things together. I feel like everything in here would be perfect to throw into my bag and go to a coffee shop, if that makes sense. The next thing that I have, and this is not like everything that I use, and I know it already sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's not. But I also have been using my iPad. My iPad, this is so funny. My iPad, I've had it for a very long time. I think I've also had this for about 10 years. And I use it mostly for Procreate. Procreate is one of the best apps I've ever owned from Apple. And I really wanted to make more use of my iPad because it just seems silly to have a whole ass iPad and I don't use it for more than one thing. So I kind of did a little bit of a makeover. I hope you can see it. Maybe I can do a little bit of a iPad tour in the future if you want to see a video on that. But I just made it look really pretty, long story short, so that I like looking at it and I enjoy going into it whenever I need to go into it. I also got this case. It's like a burnt orange case. Sorry if you're seeing dust fly everywhere. Everything is dusty, but this case in particular has a section for me to put my Apple Pencil. And then I just have things such as like, I don't know, Pinterest board type stuff. I use this to look at my Pinterest board. I use this to look at Notion. It is especially helpful when I'm doing videos like this, and I'm starting to use my phone now more often for videos, where I don't need to like continuously stop recording, check my phone for my Notion, or bring out a huge laptop to check out Notion. I can open this up and use this as I'm doing videos. I've also been using this to watch YouTube videos when I'm meal prepping on the weekend. It's a nice handy tool, and I just feel like I needed to reintroduce myself to all of the useful things that it has. So once again, if you want to see a video more on that, I can definitely do that, but that's what I've been using this mostly for. Notion, Vision Board, Procreate, stuff like that. Just like a little bit of a companion tool when I don't want to use a big laptop or my phone is being occupied, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to share those little things with you. And what does this have to do with slow living? I firmly believe that having productivity tools or just having any type of toolkit is going to help you on your slow living journey. I feel like we need to stop pretending like we're superhumans and we can rely just on our memory and brains to get things done or to stick to the goals that we set for ourselves, whether they're very small goals, very personal goals, or actual goals that you need to like check lists off. We all could use tools to help us so that we aren't only relying on ourselves and our memory to get things done. It is a huge help. It's like little mini assistants if you think about it that way, and I love that. I love having the little mini assistants because, as you know, I do everything all on my own. I hope that is a good look into what these tools can do for you in a way that's not super invasive, super intensive. You need to kind of like put everything into these tools in order for you to use them. You can use them however you choose, however you please, and they will be helpful in some sort of way. I'm not sure why, but Riley is like chewing on random things. All right, y'all, I'm actually gonna end the video off here because Miss Riley has preoccupied me, but also I have a meeting coming up soon, and then afterwards I'm just gonna head straight into work. I did want to quickly mention right before I get into work that I am hoping to get into like audiobooks, and we have this like Spotify premium account that allows us to check out audiobooks, and one of those books that they gave to us for free was Jeanette McCurdy's memoir, which you all know if you saw that video a few months ago where I was talking about like gift-worthy type of books. That book was on the list because I absolutely want to read it, and Ian actually listened to it. He finished a book before I did for this year, which is wild, but I'm so glad that he read it and he really enjoyed it. Read it as in listened to it, and he really enjoyed it, so I think I'm going to start listening to that in the midst of reading The Goldfinch. That's wild. I don't usually read two books at the same time, but we'll see how that goes. Let me know if you've read that book or if you're interested in hearing more about it, but I will talk to you in next week's video. Thank you so much.